I'm going to explain you the kicks that you have to know if you want to attack without getting counter-kicked in a taekwondo match. The side kick is one of the most common kicks in taekwondo. However, its scoring potential is relatively low because many fighters don't execute it with sufficient force or use it to disrupt their opponent's rhythm. Although it's a relatively safe kick, scoring with it is not straightforward. So in this video I'm going to break down Bradley Sinden and his attacking strategies. This fighter is the rank 2 of taekwondo world ranking, and we are going to understand how to use feints, how to attack without getting counter-kicked in a taekwondo match, and the best techniques to start an action. Let's start by analyzing the red fighter that prevents the opponent from initiating the attack, and to build tension he uses a feint followed by kick. In taekwondo you are not free to use feints. Lifting your legs results in a penalty, so you have to feint with your feet glued to the floor. And the high level fighter often can stomp or quickly lower their body to break the tension, like Sinden. This side kick is not the common Bruce Lee one, it's a lot different from the other martial arts though. Instead of crossing your legs, in taekwondo you have to initiate the action by quickly raising your dominant leg and slide without crossing your legs. Years by years, fighters evolved and adapt to rules, so now our techniques focus on speed and precision more than a strong impact. Because you don't need a strong collision to score, but you have to be fast and unpredictable. Remember that this is a game, not a real fight. In the first 5 seconds of this fight we learned an easy attacking pattern. So it's a feint followed by a side kick, then another feint combined with a side kick evolves in a high kick. So we set up a pattern and we break this pattern. I advise you to train it at least 50 times a day and you will be able to score at least 6 points per round or even more. The most common fight mistake that you have to avoid is to allow the opponent to get back on the center of the ring. As I told you, it's really hard to score with the side kick, and also if you push your opponent, there are a lot of chances to get a counter kick. So a common strategy is to use the side kick to conquer the mat and push the opponent in the corner. In this spot we will have the best moments to attack the opponent helmet, and we can watch the beautiful strategy that you can easily train at home. So learn a side kick combined with a feint and evolve it in a high kick. This position provides you a psychological advantage and limits the opponent's movement because he can't backstep. In such situation you have to capitalize on this advantage by delivering high kicks like the axe kick, inner outer kicks or high spinning kicks. However, in this fight red allowed the opponent to move back to the center of the ring, and this was his mistake because the blue lost his psychological pressure and started a combination of a side kick followed by a roundhouse kick. So he managed to score 2 points. This side kick can be watched as an annoying kick and is easy to dodge, but it remains a treat because if it collides with your armor, the opponent can score 2 points. So we understood that we have to use this kick as a bait with the goal to close the distance or execute another kick. There are also moments where you can use it as a weapon, but in most combinations it's a mere tool. An underrated kick that is even more common in recent fights and it's easy to perform is the hook kick. I don't think you will need a lot of time to learn it, but just because it's easy to perform does not mean that you will be able to score with it. If we watch this action, I can easily tell you the reason why he was able to score, and that's because there are about 13 seconds left. If those seconds does not mean anything to you, that's not the same to me because 1 minute and a half has passed already, so I use a lot of side kicks, he set up a lot of patterns, and now he's ready to break his patterns and his read. So he faked a side kick and evolved in a hook kick. The blue reaction in slow motion confirmed my hypothesis. The blue dodged and blocked a side kick, instead the red lifted his leg and performed a hook kick. So if you start a round or start an action with a hook kick, the chance to score are much lower than in the same action. Because if you want to score with this kick, you have to perform first 5 or 10 side kicks. And this kick will be your trump card for the last seconds of the fight. A little bonus tip, this kick is great if the opponent has accumulated enough fatigue, so will be harder to your opponent to dodge your kick. If we want to talk about the best defensive kick in those here to close the distance or attack your opponent, seems to be the axe kick. Many fighters struggle with the lateral movement, so this kick is really effective. It's a great kick because it adds a bonus protection to your armor and helmet because it covers all your body, and once you close the distance you can easily execute inner outer kicks or roundhouse kicks. So once we close the distance or we are enough close, an armor spot that common fighters ignore is the back of the armor. You can easily score on the back, and this front roundhouse kick can be used with an hit and run strategy. You have to perform a side movement, kick with your front leg and run away, or maybe you can also close the distance and continue your combo. By kicking at the back of your opponent you will limit your opponent's kick possibilities and you will have more opportunities to continue your combo. Instead, if we want to talk about the worst technique, or better, the more risky technique to start an aggression nowadays is the common roundhouse kick. Although the roundhouse kick was very popular in old school matches, it's less effective in modern taekwondo because this technique exposes you to spinning kick. and this is really easy to counter. Watch those a few seconds. The red start the action with a roundhouse kick, and the blue had the perfect stance and momentum to counter with a spinning hook kick or spinning back. And I watched too many knockouts to advise you to use this kick as a starting action. So I advise you to use the common roundhouse kick only as a counter, and this kick has the higher scoring rate when it's used as a counter or in a combination, or when you are already close to the distance, so use it in a clinch.